Mike Howell, disheveled and bound, sits in a stark CIA holding room. Agents circle him, their expressions a mix of curiosity and cold calculation. They're trying to piece together what's happened, wondering where to even begin. 3 days earlier, in the sleepy town of Lyman, West Virginia, Mike's life couldn't have been more different. He was a small-town guy, a stoner, living a seemingly ordinary existence with Phoebe, his girlfriend, the woman he planned to marry. He bought the ring, planned the perfect romantic getaway, but his crippling panic attacks, triggered by the mere thought of leaving town, ruined everything. He ended up sick in an airport bathroom, their trip a complete failure. Back home, he felt like a constant disappointment, a burden to Phoebe. A run-in with Sheriff Watts, a local cop who seemed to enjoy tormenting Mike, only added to his sense of inadequacy. He tried to make things right with Phoebe, to create a perfect moment, but clumsy accidents and bad timing always seemed to get in the way. Meanwhile, Mike's mundane life was being observed, tracked. A satellite pinpointed his location, identifying him as a member of a long-dormant CIA program called Ultra. In Langley, CIA agent Victoria Lasser received a coded message. Mike was to be eliminated within 24 hours. She was forbidden to intervene, but she couldn't stand by and let it happen. She knew Mike, knew what he was capable of, and she'd made a promise to protect him. Mike and Phoebe, oblivious to the danger lurking, shared a quiet moment under the stars. Mike, always dreaming, shared his latest comic book idea, and Phoebe encouraged him to pursue his creative passions. But their peaceful moment was a fragile illusion. Inside Langley, Lasser confronted her colleague, Adrian Yates. They were running rival programs, and Yates, now in charge, was determined to eliminate all traces of Lasser's past project, Ultra. He considered Mike a loose end, a liability. Lasser tried to reason with him, but Yates was unmoved. The next morning, Mike, trying to make up for his past failures, went to work early, stopping to buy fireworks for his planned proposal. At the convenience store, Lasser appeared, speaking coded phrases, attempting to activate Mike's dormant programming. At first, nothing happened, but Lasser persisted, repeating the code until something stirred within Mike's mind. She apologized and left, frustrated. Later, while preparing noodles, Mike noticed 2 men tampering with his car. When he confronted them, one pulled a knife, and something inside Mike snapped. He unleashed a brutal display of lethal skills, killing both men with terrifying efficiency. He called Phoebe, his voice trembling, telling her what he'd done, one of the men killed with a spoon. Phoebe rushed to his side, trying to understand what was happening. Sheriff Watts arrived at the scene, and Yates, learning of the deaths, suspected Lasser had reactivated Mike. He ordered the town locked down. Mike and Phoebe were arrested, and Yates ordered an attack on the police station. Inside the station, Mike told Phoebe about Lasser and the coded words she'd spoken. He remembered everything that had happened in the last 94 minutes. Watts interrogated them, but before he could get any answers, the station was attacked. Mike and Phoebe were taken to a cell, and chaos erupted. Crane and Laffer, Yates's ruthless agents, stormed the station, killing the deputies. Phoebe disarmed Laffer but was knocked aside. Mike, his skills now fully activated, fought Laffer, escaping the cell. Watts and another deputy were killed. Crane, seeing Mike and Phoebe escape, gave chase. A grenade was thrown, and Mike, reacting instinctively, threw it back, blowing up the station. He then confronted Crane, killing her with a single, devastating blow. Lasser called Yates, who had locked down the town, telling him she would stop him. Mike and Phoebe, now fugitives, tried to escape, but their car exploded, destroyed by bombs planted by Laffer and Crane. Lasser arrived at the destroyed station, finding Crane's body. She contacted her former assistant Petey, asking for help, suspecting Yates was using psychopathic recruits for his operations. Mike and Phoebe took Phoebe's car and headed to Rose's house. Mike was experiencing fragmented memories, glimpses of a past he didn't recognize. He was surprised by his knowledge of weapons and tactics, wondering if he was some kind of program killer. Rose, paranoid, jumped out, wearing a mask, warning them about a virus outbreak. Yates arrived by helicopter, his agents, including Laffer, waiting for him. Rose helped Mike remove his handcuffs, but was worried about the trouble Mike was bringing. Rose told them about the town lockdown and showed them a news report, blaming Mike and Lasser for the outbreak. The room became tense, and Mike, confused and scared, demanded answers. Rose, thinking Mike was infected, pulled a gun. Mike disarmed him, but gave the gun back, apologizing. Rose led them to the basement, locking them inside, which turned out to be a hidden disco club. Lasser received an airdrop of weapons and files on Yates's recruits. Yates called Petey, warning him about the supply drop and threatening him. Lasser called Petey, asking for his help to go public with the information, but Petey, afraid, refused. Phoebe found a way out through the ceiling, but Mike wanted to stay, looking for an opportunity to propose. Yates, having located Mike, deployed his assassins Newton, Bourbon, and Lafer and authorized the use of gas. The assassins attacked Rose's house, killing Rose and the others. One assassin attacked Mike, who fought back, killing him. Phoebe grabbed a gas mask and escaped with Mike, shooting and killing another assassin. Mike was affected by the gas, and Phoebe, displaying her knowledge of the gas, injected him with an antidote, keeping him awake. Mike had vivid memories of him and Phoebe, memories he'd never experienced before. He demanded an explanation, and Phoebe, panicked, revealed she was his CIA handler. Mike, feeling betrayed, ran back to the car, but Phoebe chased after him, wanting to explain. They were rammed from behind, their car flipping over. Laffer dragged Phoebe from the car, knocking her unconscious. He then turned to Mike, warning him before pouring gasoline over the car and setting it on fire. Lasser silently approached Mike just before the car exploded. Lasser saved Mike's life, explaining his past, his recruitment, and the wiping of his memories. Mike felt betrayed, but Lasser revealed that his phobias and slow thinking were embedded to keep him safe. An old man recognized Lasser and called the authorities. Yates, alerted, sent more agents, Otis and Beetle, to Mike's location. Mike, in denial, tried to return to normal. Lasser, trying to reason with him, told him about Phoebe. Beetle attacked Lasser, and Mike pushed him out a window. Otis opened fire, and Yates called in a drone strike. Mike, now fully embracing his abilities, evaded the strike and engaged the remaining agents in brutal combat. He killed Otis and used his quick thinking to outmaneuver Yates's operatives. He tracked down Yates and, after an intense showdown, killed him. Lasser ensured that Mike and Phoebe were cleared of wrongdoing, and the two escaped together. In the end, Mike and Phoebe, now free from the CIA's grip, decided to start a new life. Mike, embracing his true identity, proposed to Phoebe, who accepted. The two walked away, knowing their future was uncertain, but theirs to control.